Hey fam, how's it going? It's going great over here. I just thought I would let you know. So this video is going to be about how to get free food. I just thought about making this video because I realized a lot of people don't know these things, and these are things that I've been taught. And so we all know food is pretty expensive, and I want to say that if you're buying packaged foods, you are paying a lot more money than buying produce. Produce at the grocery store is very, very cheap, and it goes a long way. That is going to be your cheapest and healthiest option. Okay? Now, there are certain grocery stores where you can get a compost box for free. I made a video, like a reel on Instagram about this, and a lot of people liked it. And so you go to the grocery store and you're like, hey, this only works at certain stores, by the way, like co-ops, like natural grocers, or like a local health food store. And you just say, like, can I have the compost box, or explain something where they will understand what you're talking about. And a lot of the times they will give you a box of free food that they're gonna throw away. And that's a really great way to, like, get free food. Another option is to go to food banks, which at first, like, I don't know, it sounds like really poverty, like, oh god, like, go to a food bank and get a bunch of, like, canned foods, but no, like, they have really good stuff at a lot of food banks, like produce. So I mainly eat produce, and I eat things that are fresh, and I don't eat processed, like, I eat, like, fun things here and there, you know, but I don't eat, like, shit that has fake ingredients in it. Like, I eat very high quality organic foods is how I feel the best. So at a lot of these food banks, there's so much produce, and there's really great organic foods, and there's a lot of options. Usually it's super easy to find a food bank near you. You just look it up online. And I've even been to a food bank. There's one in Durango, Colorado, where they have a garden and they grow a bunch of food and they give it all away for free. So that's like a really good option. And then also getting EBT, getting food stamps, because the government, like, okay, so I make a nice amount of money where I'm very comfortable in my life, and I still don't feel that it's, like, ethical to be spending so much money on food. So I like to take advantage of these resources. And food stamps is a really great way to use the free money that they're giving you, because, you know, they take from us in a lot of ways. We pay taxes, I mean, do we really though? We pay for gas, we pay for this, we pay for that, we pay, like, extreme amounts of money. Inflation is a real thing that we see happening. And I don't want to, if I don't have to spend my money on food, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. And I still buy stuff, like, every day at the grocery store. But these are just really nice things along the way to help you adapt to, I don't know, living a lifestyle that's more abundant. Yeah, I think that would be the right word. And it's, yeah, it's so fun to be able to have extra money that I'm not spending on food all of the time. So food stamps is great. It's like an extra $300 a month, and super appreciative for that. Like, that's the little freaking slice of the pie I can get. And I'm really hoping we get another stimmy wimmy, you know, remember that, like, $30,000 check that they dropped back in the day. That was good times. So hopefully we get another one of those soon. That would be sick. And yeah, just use, like, these tools to your advantage. And also free food, really good free food hack. I actually love doing this. I do it at the specific restaurant in Arizona called Chocolatery. Oh my god, literally the best food ever. So I go in there and I buy something, like something small. I'll buy a dessert or I'll buy a drink, and I just, like, hang out there. And they have a beautiful, like, outdoor seating area. But you can do this at any restaurant you like. You just have to have the confidence, and you don't have to care what no one thinks about you. And you just sit there and you're just observing, blah, blah, blah. And then people, you know, you're watching people eat, they're ordering their meals. It's like, you know, that couple looks nice, like, they're eating their food, and then they just leave it there. And then they leave. And you're like, that looks good. You go over to their fucking plate and you take it. If you want, if it's like a good amount of food left on there and the person who eating it, you know, if it's some like nasty person like slobbering all over the food, like I'm gonna not touch it. But most of the time, you know, if you go to a fancy place like in a more like nice end restaurant, I don't know, you could get kicked out for doing this. I've never been kicked out. I sometimes like will help them bust the tables because I have nothing else to do if I'm hanging out there just like getting free food. I don't know, why not? And it's really fun that way too because then you can like get a bunch of samples of different things because people will leave different food left over. I don't think it's gross. I like just don't really care, honestly. My mom tells me she used to work at this restaurant and they had really good food and people would not finish their food, and same situation, like she would take it home with her. She would like they would eat it because why not? It's you don't have to pay for it and then you get a really good meal for free. So you can do that. Also, I know people who this is like this is too extreme for me. I don't need to do this, but they'll dumpster dive and get really good shit. Like at the health food stores at like Whole Foods, like like I don't know. There's a technique to doing it. I'm not, that lifestyle's not for me. But yeah, they throw away the stuff at a certain time and then you just get it fresh. You open up the garbage bag and there's like so much stuff in there that's like expiring, like not even expired yet, or it's like expiring that day, and it's like, dude, the food doesn't know the time that it's gonna expire. Yeah, it's probably gonna expire around that time, or you can smell something if it's bad or not. And so that's like a good thing to do if you're like really down bad. I don't even want to say down bad though, because I know plenty of people who like have enough money, like they don't need to be dumpster diving, but they do it anyways because they genuinely find so much good shit. So yeah, there's also like a lot of fruit trees kind of growing all over the place, usually in the summer months, and it's really fun to like find food to forage in your area that you live in. Yeah, I mean, again, food is like so abundant and there's so much of it everywhere that if you're ever struggling and you're like actually in a financial position where like I can't buy food, like these are some ways that you could acquire food. And then also if you just are like me where I make a nice income but I'm not interested in wasting all my money at the grocery store, I spend enough there already as it is just to buy like things that I really want, then you know I'm gonna take things for free. Life hack. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Bye.